in half an hour. But first, Tuesday Night Strictly.
From London, this is Strictly It Takes Two. Please welcome your host, Zoe Ball.
And welcome to It Takes Two. Prepare yourselves because tonight's show is practically bursting at its glittery sequin seams. We've got an exclusive look at this weekend's Blackpool group dance, another peek inside our pros' booth of truth, and it's not just any old Tuesday, it's Tunes on Tuesday. We will preview the playlist for Saturday night's show, but first, let's meet tonight's guests. We have Claudia and AJ are here, Queen of Choreography, Karen Hardy, and we should have Ed and Katya, but I can't see them anywhere. Oh, my goodness. They just cannot help themselves, can they? Always with the lift. They'll be talking about that iconic dance later, but first, just like a fairground waltzer, they give us sparks, energy and a whole lot of spins. You better believe they're Blackpool ready. It's Claudia and AJ.
Strictly adorable, you two. The cutest couple in the land.
You are sometimes out of hole spotting the floor. You do have to be aware of that. But I really and truly loved it. Gorgeous.
It was a lovely performance. Well done.
Claudia and AJ, everyone! Oh, Bruno was saying there your Viennese waltz was strictly adorable. Were you chuffed with your performance, you clever monkeys?
I was so happy going through it, and AJ said to me, don't be all so gymnastic-y, you've got to be very flowy and stuff. Okay. And right at the end, I'm supposed to fall back nicely and elegant, and in rehearsals I kept jumping and he kept telling me off and I was like, oh no! But it worked perfectly.
Fall back elegantly, which is exactly what you did. Last week you were saying that you were struggling a little bit with some of the romantic moments in the dance. How did you manage to keep that lovely face without laughing in his lovely face?
I don't know what it was. I just felt so nervous going on because I wanted to do it so right. So I actually had like a little bit of a scared look in my face. I was a bit like, oh my gosh. But then I said to her, I'm going to picture like he was my little nephew. And
yeah, that's what I got.
So stroking him.
You were being her little nephew?
I wasn't too happy, but it worked. So then I was just very happy.
Whatever works, AJ.
Whatever
I'd
works.
say take that. Must say also, AJ, you were a huge part of the Remembrance Day group dance on Sunday. It must have been really touching.
It was so nice to tell what their true story. We obviously got to meet the lovely couple.
Basil and Madge.
Yeah, she was buzzing. She's like, every Saturday I watch Strictly. This is my thing. She was there. She was hair and makeup. She loved the whole experience. Aww. But it was so, for us to tell the story, it was so subtle, but with the voiceover, seeing it afterwards, it was just so special.
It really was. It was so moving. I was in tears watching it at home. I think lots of people were. And Basil and Madge, really wonderful to hear your story. So, Claudia, Blackpool, you get to go there.
Yes!
Time. I want to know, are you packed and are you Blackpool ready?
I'm packed. I'm halfway ready for the dance. I'm really looking forward to it. AJ said he's going to buy me some chips, so I'm very looking forward to that.
Oh, we have got some bad news, I'm afraid, because you were to Interclaw. Unfortunately, the Pleasure Beach is actually closed at this time of year, so you don't get to go on the Big Dipper. Does that affect your plans
at
all?
All?
It affects everything now.
The Crazy Mouse is open on the bottom of Brighton Pier. If you're ever down, I'll take you on there. We should be able to make them open, shouldn't we? Anyway, listen, it is really, really exciting. exciting for you to be going there. And of course, AJ, you have competed there. How does Strictly Come Dancing compare to competing with Chloe?
It's going to be so special to dance with Claudia, because obviously with Chloe, we go into competitions, we just absolutely very focused, but with Claudia, it's going to be such an amazing night. The dance is so special, and it's just going to be go out there, get the crowd going, everybody's going to be going, and it's going to go so well.
OK, we have to show you something, Claudia. This is quite sweet. This is AJ and Chloe 2 years ago. I mean, 10 years ago. Oh. Look how cute they are.
That is so
You
cute.
look so sweet. How old were you there, AJ?
I think I was 12 there. I think so, yeah.
So, do you know what dance you were about to do?
We were about to go on for the North of England Championships. That was at Blackpool. That was at the Tower, that one.
That was actually at
the Tower. I can tell by
Still
the
got
back.
the same smile.
I know you're still that look and still look with the camera like that. Look at that. Now, from one successful dance pairing with Chloe to another with Claudia, you two are so in tune. It seems you're speaking your own language. Well, AJ is at least.
I'm a scat man.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
I may do 1 or 2 sound effects to try and engage Claudia into that type of step. So you'd be like, yeah. So I meant over there was a bit, it's all kind of a bit of a mixed match, a bit of but in the head, I'm sure it's clear.
Da da blah. Da da.
Yeah!
I never knew what was coming next.
We may try like a little, what if I've just gone, boop, and you go, boop, boop.
It's really confusing. Like, this language of dancing is weird.
I have to say, can you translate what any of those sounds meant now?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
go for it.
Good, yeah, like a
And
passo
then-
thing. OK.
duh, 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 it's like stepping, buh, buh, buh.
Oh, duh, duh, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
We didn't have too many swooshes in that one, did we?
No.
So
Do you often have
the
a
Viennese was more
OK. It's been quite a long run already, people.
It's been a
I
good
think last
training
night
day.
the supermoon is getting to people. Now, you are joining the Jive Club, and you're joining it in the Blackpool Tower Ballroom.
Yes.
How excited are you about this dance, Claudia?
I'm so excited, but honestly, it is going to be such a hard dance. It's so fast, really fast, and very technical on the feet and things like that. I just don't know, if I mess up a little bit, we're going to be halfway through the routine and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh.
be a heart attack
Today
after
was a
this.
bit tricky, but hopefully it'll go fine.
It will go fine.
It will go
100% positivity.
Yeah,
Positivity.
Throw in some whoops and some whoop whoop, and you'll be fine. You're dancing to Hey Mickey, you're so fun, you're so fun, you're so fun.
Hey, Mickey.
Yeah, you weren't alive when that song came out. Are you a fan of it now?
I love it, and you know, as I was growing up, my auntie Lydia would always play it, and we would always dance around the house. So that was really nice.
Brilliant. So yeah, see, and obviously I've heard that there might be, if you need
There
one,
might be.
Do you need a giant?
Do you want to
cheerleader?
practice now?
I'm a head
You
cheerleader
wanna
as well.
practice
Oh, you
now?
head cheerleader. Go on, go.
Go on,
sit
Claudia.
down. Excuse our
Do
kind
your
of poultry
favourite
shit.
bar
It's all we can afford.
Okay, I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah,
made
come on.
up.
Here we
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Oh, she's so cute. Are you happy?
I'm very happy,
You
yeah.
like it?
I was expecting to start singing then, but I was like, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe no noises for this one. We've seen enough noises.
can't
Oh, you've
sing.
had enough noises.
Yeah.
Oh, I like them. Good luck. I think you're going to be brilliant. I'm just imagining what you two will be bringing out for that jive. Have a fantastic time in Blackpool. Claudia and AJ! Now, to get to know our pros a little bit better, this year we locked them all up in a photo booth and made them swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This is how they pleaded.
Who tells the worst jokes? Oh, Neil Jones!
Neil Jones tells the worst jokes. He is often joking and quite often ridiculous.
So Lobster walks into a bar. When he walks in, the barman chucks him back out again. The Lobster says, "Why are you chucking me out?" He said, "Because you were in here last night giving it all that." It's quite good, wasn't it?
I really shouldn't be saying it, but it's you, Neil. It's just not funny.
Joanne, not funny.
2 peanuts walking down the street. One was assaulted.
Who is the most generous pro? Without a doubt, Aliash and Jeanette.
Jeanette and Aliash are so sweet. They're loving and they're really fun to be around, and they're the most generous.
I would definitely say Jeanette. I think she's just so caring. She's always giving people hugs and giving everyone love, so we love her.
I think that's got to be Jeanette. She's always giving us hugs. She's always coming up to us and giving us a nice big cuddle. So it's, yeah, Jeanette.
Aliash, he's always he's just a nice guy.
He's a good guy, always looking after everybody.
I would say Anton. He always has a nice thing to say to anyone at the right time.
Well, I don't like to say me, but I'm a giver. That's to a fault. That's always been my problem.
Oh, he is indeed a giver. Now, it's time to welcome a lady who knows exactly which steps are naughty and which steps are nice. It's time to get Karen Hardy back in her corner. And gentlemen, oh, I like that move. Let's talk about the rest of our couples that we didn't talk about yesterday. We're going to start with Greg and Natalie. Found themselves, of course, in the dance-off after their Paso Doble. Now, Darcy felt they gave too much strength and power. What did you make of their choreography?
The contents of the choreography was fantastic. It used up the floor. It had all the elements that we would need for Paso Doble.
Yeah.
It had a lot of power, and there's an argument that I would say that could have just pipped them over the post. But what I've picked up on here, it's very important. One of his technical elements, the bottom is still back. So we missed that gorgeous curve that would have filled out. It wouldn't have looked so aggressive and so assertive if he had just got the buttocks
your bum under.
Tight
that whole Spanish
and a lovely shape. It would have been amazing.
OK, so difficult, though. Craig and Bruno picked up on slight problems with Greg's arms. I mean, to get the arms, the Spanish line that you're talking about, it's so difficult.
Yeah, expansion, finishing the lines. We talked last week about his arms. He's still working on them.
Yeah.
I've picked it up here. I know what the judges are saying, but you see they're looking at the technical elements of things. Now, look here. You see it's very small and very tight. We always say apples under the arms. Apples under the arms. We never want apple juice. That means we've squashed it.
Squashed
Keep it nice and wide, big and strong.
OK, not melons.
Finishing the lines.
Apples.
Yes,
OK.
Apples.
Judge Rinda and Oksana doing a very touching foxtrot. I loved this dance, and I agreed with the judges. I thought it was his best dance yet. What did you make of it?
Absolutely gorgeous, elegant. You know, I've picked up on this piece here. So beautiful. Look at his top line. Look at his back. The beautiful crossing of the feet, the use of the floor. There's no sticking or jumping. He's gracefully gliding those feet. I just want to say to them, don't be so nice now. Keep that grit. It's a competition. I'm really worried that he's falling in the middle. I absolutely loved it.
Well done, Judge Rinda. Next, Ore and Joanne. He had a rumba. I loved it. I thought he really pulled this off. What did you think?
Amazing. And for the record, I'm going to put it out there, I have to say, the best hip action of a male celebrity I've ever seen. Ever seen? Wow. I've taken Mark Ramprakash, I still love you dearly. The opening outs there that I just showed you and syncopated timing, still able to maintain the beautiful 8, still having beautiful long straight leg actions. Absolutely first class.
Well done. Now, Len mentioned Ore doing 3 alemanas at the beginning. What are they when they're at home?
Well, simple alemanos and we turn under the arms, but what we got here are what we call 3 alemanas. That's the beginning of a rope spin there, and then we're going to go in, but he's still using the hip action. You see the hip there? Here come the 3 alemanas. She's gone under the arms.
1 alemana.
And it's beautiful. It's excellent.
3 alemanas. Love it.
It was earlier on than that, Zoe. Don't worry.
Right,
but the essence of it. Now, what he was doing there, a wee little demo time. To master the figure 8, we do a lovely step called a cucaracha, which means we're squashing cockroaches. We are squashing cockroaches, and we open our legs and we go into the ground, ball flat, close the feet, ball flat, flat, close the feet. Side replaced together, side replaced together.
Oh.
He mastered the cucaracha.
Crushing the cucaracha.
Squashing the
I think I should be
cockroach.
heckled by Ed Balls from the floor there. And finally, Louise and Kevin close the show with a very sassy American Smooth. Bruno said it was Louise's leading lady diva moment. Would you agree?
I loved it. I'm going to say from the beginning, she looked very nervous up on the stage, but look at this little bit of action. I've been after this for a while. I needed her energy. I love
Yeah.
I'd love to have a go at that, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'd love you to
Still
have
love
a
to have
go
a
at
go.
that.
But what we're looking at here, and I said it yesterday, it's important to remember now, if she just keeps improving her entertainment factor, she's got a lot of great technical strength. Amazing.
Good work. Give it up for Karen Hardy. Right now, it's my favourite time of the week. I've got my hands on this Saturday's playlist, which can mean only one thing. It's Tunes on Tuesday. Now, it's not just any old show this weekend, it's Blackpool! I know, we have barely mentioned it. Oh, hello, old friends. Look, Stephen Seagull. Let's see what's first up on the jukebox tonight. Here we go. I did that one. I think that's it. Karen, go with it. OK, it is Born to Handjive from Greece. Am I on the wrong one? I think I've got these moves covered, yeah. This song was written by Jim Jacobs for the Grease musical and was performed by Shana Na in the hit film. Did you know producers originally wanted to make the film as an animation? An animation! That's utter madness. In the end, they settled for an animated opening credits instead. When do they do that bit? When they do that bit, yeah? Which of our cast was born to handjive a baby in Blackpool? Come with me, Karen. Come with me, Karen. Oh. Greg and Natalie, of course. They will be dancing a quick step to this. Not a handjive. See you later. See you later, Hardy. She's hot. Right. What's next? Oh.
I said that's life.
That's live. It's a classic. Perhaps best known for being recorded by a certain Blue Eyes. Yes, Frank Sinatra himself. Also been recorded by most of the biggest names in music, including, here's a list, Aretha Franklin, James Brown, Shirley Bassey, Van Morrison, Michael Bublé and Michael Bolton. What's happened to Michael Bolton, I wonder? Anyway, who will be dancing to this classic in Blackpool? Let's see. And Joanne will be doing a Viennese waltz. Right, we have time for just one more. Let's make it count. Here we go. Here they come. Yes, it's the Spice Up Your Life by the Spice Girls. Posh, baby, sporty, ginger and very, very scary. We all had our favourites, of course. You won't believe this, but this song topped the UK singles chart the same week that Claudia Frangipani was born. Yes, in October 1997. Fact, fans, listen up. Did you know that the girls were originally going to be called Touch? I love Ed Balls, it is true. But they didn't get their now infamous nicknames until they were thought up by a writer at Top of the Pops magazine. So which of our cast will be hoping to spice up the Tower Ballroom on Saturday? AJ, did you just say where are we? Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. Here we go. Look over here, Spice Girls. They will be dancing a salsa to this party number. I can't wait. I see ya. Hold tight. Spice Girls. The Spice Girls. The Spice Girls. I think Ed Balls actually has a shrunken head. If you want to find out what songs the rest of our couples will be dancing to in Blackpool, you can head to the Strictly website for a full list. Right now, it's time to take a behind-the-scenes look at this weekend's show opener. And the team are pulling out all the stops for Blackpool. Terrifying.
As always, when Strictly hits Blackpool, we go big. And for this year's opening number, we're travelling back to the 1930s and 40s.
And the best thing is, we're all in it.
We're going back to the 30s, we're going Fred and Ginger, all things foxtrot, quick-step, really high glamour, beautiful gloss. It's going to be amazing. The concept of this dance is kind of like I wanted it to be a special arrival of each of our celebrities at Blackpool. It's going to be quite surprising to see all the things come on bit by bit.
We're having a giggle, but we all get really intimidated when we have to go in the room with all the pros. We just feel all really useless when we go in there. We haven't got a clue what we're doing. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, ah!
Me and Louise are the only girl celebs, so we're sticking together and we've got to use feathers, and they're so heavy.
The feather itself is actually bigger than Claudio, which is hilarious.
I think the biggest challenge for all our professionals and the celebrities is they've all got their own individual styling, and I don't want to take that away for them. But in a group number, they've got to be synchronised exactly the same way. So it's about not taking their character away from them, but just trying to make them hit the same beat at the same time, on the same angle.
My role is to sit in a chair and be pampered as I'm wheeled around the floor, which is one of the least stressful bits of dancing I've done in the last 3 months. But I'm looking forward to it. I have my nails done.
The celebrities and the pros in Blackpool in one dance? What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
I'm too excited. Finally tonight, who knew that one man, one dance and a whole lot of thrusting could save 2016 from the depths of despair? Filling the world with joy and laughter, it's Ed and Katya.
Three letters, darling. OMG.
This house is like one of those dishes, you know they're gonna give you indigestion, but you keep lapping it up!
That, without fail, will go down in Strictly history.
Ed and Katya are here. Welcome. It was just amazing. Such an inspired choice of music. When you first heard that you were going to be dancing to Gangnam Style, what was your initial reaction, Ed?
I said to Katya immediately, what a wonderful song that is. And I'd done a bit of that before at the Labour Party conference a couple of years ago.
Had,
so
yes.
I was up for it from the beginning, I think.
Yeah. You were ready for it, I think. What a standing ovation as well. I mean, you could feel it through the television. The studio went absolutely bonkers for you. Were you then hoping for a slightly higher score? Because the reaction from the studio audience and then sometimes the judges' scores, they don't seem to sort of balance sometimes.
We got an 8 from Len.
Yeah,
which
that was really great.
Wonderful. I think in the end, the reason why we're still back in the show, going to Blackpool, is because the public have voted for us.
Yeah.
And to them, huge thanks, because they're the ones that are putting us there. And if they keep wanting us to come back, then we'll come back, and that's the most important thing. But the judges' scores were great, and I thought Len's
You never know what the
fabulous.
judges are looking for. Each one of them are looking for different things, you know. So we're just trying to give everything and hoping that someone's gonna.
Yeah, well, if you get an 8 from Len and you get a 4 from Craig, I mean, it's quite unpredictable, I guess.
That's right. Katya? Well, from Craig, I mean, we expect the lowest score.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, but the 8 from Len, that is great. There was a fantastic, I think it was a journalist wrote a great piece in The Guardian this week saying 90% bravery from you and 10% recklessness, because you go for it out there, Katya. Is there anything you won't do with Ed out on the dance floor?
Oh, I don't know. Is there anything you would...
We'd have to try it first and find out.
Yeah.
And if it didn't work, we wouldn't do it again.
I mean, in practice, it is actually... We just keep doing things and things happen naturally. Oh, yeah, we put that in. Oh, we put that in. It's
But we
constantly...
decided, didn't we, not to play safe.
No. Yeah.
And you always said to me, the safe thing to do is keep taking the risk.
Exactly. We just have to keep taking the risks and go for it.
Safe thing to do, keep taking the
And
risk.
she is brilliant.
That's when you meet.
As Karen was saying earlier, it's hugely hard to be lifted well, and Katya is brilliant at it because she has such control, and without that, I couldn't do it.
OK. And Darcy said that's going to go down in history. Bruno said it was the best, worst dance. Did you have an inkling doing this dance that this was going to go into the Strictly record?
When I said to you on Monday that it's going to be epic, did you believe me?
Yes. Yes, and I think we always knew. I was quite cautious for the first bit because I knew that if I could get to the point where we do the jump into the pony, at that point we knew that was a bang moment. And when you see the faces of the judges, I mean, they were obviously kind of...
I know,
but
gasping. I think Darcy actually clutched on
Craig!
We can see that moment again because it was just incredible. Look at you go there. I mean, that's terrifying. But you did it so well as well.
I can't believe he was actually jumping off the floor with me hanging on
off him. How long did it take to perfect that?
I think the first time we did it, it was such a natural thing to do.
The only thing is that actually Katja says if you don't go full throttle and you only do it by halves, then it's harder for her because you can't really... So you have to actually go for it.
Go for it.
I think a couple of times you said to me, you're not jumping hard enough, give me more. So I thought...
really take off.
Go for it. I thought,
do what she says.
Bang.
Do what the lady says. And it worked. There was a huge outpouring of love for you on the internet on Saturday, unsurprisingly. Sophie Hall summed up your dance as Ed Balls saving 2016 in 3 minutes. And Miranda Hart, evening ma'am, said your dance was bizarrely just what the world needed. So well done. I think she's absolutely right. Your wife, Yvette, was sort of in tears of joy out there in the audience. And your lovely brother, what's your brother's name?
Andrew.
Andrew, I couldn't quite tell whether that was joy or, you know, what he made of the whole thing. What was their feedback afterwards?
It was the first week, I think, where he's actually opened his eyes, you know, his hand a very slight bit, because I think in the first few weeks he was so appalled by the idea of him even doing, he just kind of did this. So he started to watch, and I think afterwards he said, you know, wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
Brilliant! And just as
what a
calmly
week
as
to
that.
come and watch.
What a week.
I know. The
Goodness
best week,
me.
of course. OK, it does mean that you get to go to Blackpool, thank goodness! And you were saying to Claude that it was Great Balls of Fire coming down from the ceiling on a piano. Is this right?
Well, so I found out on Sunday evening.
I love the way she broke the news to you.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise, actually. I knew about Great Balls of Fire, and I knew there was a piano, but I had said to Katja, I will not be fired out of a cannon. Unfortunately, I didn't. But apparently everything else is on, you know, it's possible. So goodness knows how this happened.
We're going for it again.
Oh, my goodness.
Was it your idea?
Oh, we keep that.
Yeah, she's like, I'm taking that idea. About a year ago, I think it was in November last year, Katja,
That's right.
you won the championships up in Blackpool with Neil.
Yes.
How different an experience is this going to be a year on?
I mean, I said to Ed, I'm giving up my title because I'm not able to compete this year. So I'm able to come and dance with him on the Strictly floor. So, but it will be totally different. But I think it'll be really special. It's my first year, and to get as far as Blackpool, it's just so wonderful.
It's amazing.
I know, you two are a dream partnership. OK, you wanted Blackpool, Ed, you've got that. What is next? The glitter ball? World domination?
I thought Blackpool would be impossible for us, but we always said for us it was our Wembley, our Centre Court, our Lords, and we're going to get there. And we're just going to do our best and enjoy it and try and put as much content into the jive as we can. And,
I can't wait. I think it's going to be brilliant.
Every week we love.
We can't wait. You are an utter joy, the pair of you. Good luck, Ed and Katja! That is all we have time for tonight, I'm afraid. A big thank you to all of our guests. I'll be back here tomorrow at 6:30, joined by Danny and Oti and Oriane Joanne, plus my telly husband Ian Way will be giving us a good old-fashioned Wednesday warm-up. Until then, good night.
The most daunting of cookery challenges is back.
It's not as simple as it first appears, is it?
Was it ever simple?
The quest for